Now, in today's episode, we are going to look at what are mutual funds buying in the month of September and what they are carrying forward for the month of October. Now, usually we do this every single month. You can check out the previous video in my entire YouTube history. So the first, we're going to look at Quant Small Cap Fund, right? Now, if you look at Quant Small Cap Fund, they have added very big quantities in two companies, which is Samvardhana Motherson, which is Motherson Sumi, and eClerk Services, right? So first let's look at this because they've added a very, very good quantity of this company. So this is the first company that they've added, sitting at 1,50,000 crore market cap, 47 P. We will look at whether the P is overvalued or undervalued. They are one of India's largest auto ancillary companies, and they do really well if automotive companies do really well. Now, we have seen that automotive companies have gone into a slowdown. We saw that with Tata Motors coming out with their new JLR estimates. So even though the entire industry of automotive sector is looking weak, I don't know what is happening with this company because now they are investing in this company. It was a special situation case that happened with this company as well. And if you look at this, they are one of the world's largest manufacturers of exterior rear view mirrors. So that means if the automotive demand goes up, their sales will go up and everything will start doing really well, right? And they recently had a group restructuring. If you look at it in the last part, company demerged one of its businesses and they had a special situation case going on. The ROE and ROCE are not very healthy. It is okay. It is nothing great. Debt to equity ratio is quite good. But if you look at the stock price, they're almost sitting at an all-time high. That means there is momentum, right? Even if you look at something called as VCP, which is volatility, we have an indicator that looks at VCP. So even if you look at it from that perspective and volatility contraction is also happening, there is a possibility that it can do a breakout, and you see it is taking a very good support at 50-day moving average, which is the yellow line. So every time it hits the 50-day moving average in the past, it has rebounded. So right now there is a very high chance of breakout, and Quant has basically taken a very good amount of stake in this company as well. If you look at the profit and loss statement, you will see that in the last 5 years, barring COVID year, they have started doing really well. The operating profit has also gone up. They're maintaining their margins at 7, 8, 9%. Their net profit has gone up from 1,200 to 3,469 trailing 12 months. And their EPS is approximately 3 to 4. I would not say it's great, but EPS has gone up slightly, right? But the stock price, you can see, has given a good run up. And I think now you see the promoter holding has gone down a little bit from the last few years, if I do it yearly like this. And one thing to notice is the FIIs have actually increased to a very big amount. So have the DIIs. In fact, public shareholding is only at 8.5%. So this is a pure play game on the automotive sector. And if you look at it, we have also put comments here on the entire thing on all companies, what might be the case, what might not be the case. Again, this is just trying to make sense of what mutual funds are buying right now. Okay. The next company is called eClerk Services. If you look at this, they are into business process management, automation. They're a very old company. They've been there for a very long period of time. Very interesting PE, which is 29.3, right? And if I look at the PE ratio chart in the past, it is at an all-time high. So in fact, it is very scary. So if you look at it, every time it has gone up to this rate, the market has pushed it down and it has fallen. So the only reason Quant might be investing in this company is because there might be a significant revenue jump coming in that normalizes the PE ratio, right? That's the only way I see this, and this goes into a growth spur. And if you look at it from a 1 year perspective, it is in a nice upward trend, creating an upward trend, and you see huge volumes coming up here as well. Let's look at the revenue here. Revenue is, yes, it is a slow grower. I would say quite a slow grower. Margins have fluctuated in the past. Okay. It is a slow grower. It is growing definitely. There was a period of stagnation from 2013 to 2020. But right now we see that in the last 5 years, there has been growth that's kicking it only in the last 5 years. If you look at the 10-year compounded sales growth, it's been 13%, which is not bad at all. CAGR has been 16, but if you see 5 years, you will see a higher growth rate because now there has been a slight turnaround in this company that it's doing really well. What do? They have customer operations, their financial markets, digital, and mainly North America is where they sell their services to. And this company has been there for a very long period of time, so it's not like they have not been there. But again, this comes very close to the IT segment. So it's interesting to see why they are picking IT, because we just saw TCS's results coming out and people are not very excited about the IT space. So both the picks is very interesting because both are slowed down sectors or sectors that are in the neglected zone. That means they do predict that very soon in the next few months there might be a turnaround in these sectors. So they're taking it at very attractive rates. Another company they have increased their investment from August to September is Jana Small Finance Bank. It's a recently listed IPO. 55 to 60% of the loan book of this IPO is secured. Fourth largest small finance bank, rural credit growth play is happening in Jana Small Finance Bank. So let's check it out just very quickly. I'm just looking at the major picks, right? What they have done. 5,800 crore market cap, price to book ratio is 1.64. Okay, not bad at all. Stock is not moving. If you look at it, it recently did an IPO. It's now stagnant at 550. Let's look at the quarterly growth rate. There is growth rate. Let's look at yearly growth rate. Yes, growth rate is there. Growth rate is there. This seems interesting. Look at the EPS jump is also very good. The borrowings are stretched. That means they will have to slightly increase their equity capital as well, because now their debt to equity ratio, they've borrowed a lot. So they will have to do like a QIP or do some rights issue to raise some more equity. So that might be a play that's happening here, which is obvious, which will happen. So let's see. Right. Next, they have doubled in 50% increase in their stake in Sequent. Now, Sequent is something that we were also tracking in the past, which is a pharmaceutical play. And Sequent has given a solid run up due to the 8,000 crore merger with Viyash Life Sciences, right? Viyash Life Sciences. So this is something that is doing well. Pharma sector is doing well. The momentum is continuing. It should go on for another 3 to 6 months is what I believe. So let's see. They've added more of Geo Financial, my God, because they got the approval to do, but this approval was given much in advance, but they've got further approvals now to do it with BlackRock. Pfizer, again, Balrampur Chini, very interesting because many people are now getting very bullish on the sugar companies when they were not bullish on sugar companies. So this is something that we need to look at. Bayer is agri-chemicals. Now, chemicals is a sector that has been very ignored right now in the market, right? So whenever you have a sector that is completely ignored in the market, a lot of people come towards that sector to maybe start investing in that sector to find the lows, but it has not done a turnaround in a very long period of time. So this is going to be very interesting that they have now started increasing their allocation in agri sector. Yes, there's also data that's come out that the rains are good this time. So there can be a play that happens in the next 3 to 6 months, 3 months, because the rains are good. We might see agricultural flourishing at this point, and all the seed companies, crop science companies, companies like Pine Industries might start doing really well, right? We have EPL packaging, Reliance Industries. These are all small increases they already had in the past that they've increased, right? Let's look at what they've decreased now. So I'm going to go down. You can, for all the people who would like this sheet, how many of you all would like this sheet? Put in the comment section below. I'm going to share this sheet in our members only section. So whoever wants to be a part of that can look at it. This is the sheet that I share every single month for them so that they can keep tracking what is happening. This is like a very good benchmark sheet that my team creates, which takes a lot of time to create, right? Coming down, let's see what they've exited. They've done a small exit in HP adhesives, which they had, not moving as expected, right? Granules India, they have completely gone out of granules because they had a massive issue. 20% stock price went down because of a US FDA violation that they created. Josh Engineering. Now this is very interesting because they've completely gone out of Josh Engineering because it is slightly overheated. And I want to show you one very weird thing here. Okay, let's see this. Okay. So 39 stock P, 2,700 crores is not moving too much. I also heard today that even Marcellus, right, which is Saurabh Mukherjee's fund, also had some movement in this company. Let me see, did they enter or exit, right? So he exited 5 stocks and added 2 stocks, right, Saurabh Mukherjee. Yeah, and picked 2 new ideas, Go Digit and Josh. So Quant has exited Josh Engineering, and today Saurabh Mukherjee has entered Josh Engineering. So this is going to be very interesting to see who's going to win, Quant or Saurabh. But this is something that's going to be interesting. Latent View was also not moving much. Gopal Snacks already gave a 15-20% jump in the short time frame, and as you know, Quant is a very high churn portfolio. So every time they get a return, they exit it, go back to the next one. TCNS Clothing and Neo Chemicals, they have also exited. So very interesting. If I had to take out the highlights from this entire Quant small cap edition, they are betting a reversal in IT and auto is what I am seeing right now. So this is something we will have to see if it actually plays out in the future, right? So this is for Quant. Next, let's look at Motilal Midcap Fund. Okay, Motilal Midcap Fund has had added heavy investments in prestige, right? Huge investment in prestige. Can somebody think why that might be the case? Right? Yes, Prestige has taken a lot of land in Bangalore. They have also started entering Bombay market, is what I've heard. Mumbai market, sorry. They have started entering the Mumbai market. The share has been stagnant, and I think this is where Motilal invested. As you can see, at an average price of approximately 1,800, and right now also it is at the same average price. The only reason why I feel Motilal would think that this would do really well is if the interest rate cuts happen, then housing demand will start spurring again because the rates of interest will be low for us. And because of that, we might see a huge rally coming in the these guys become the direct beneficiary of this, right? So that is why I think these guys might do well, but they have taken a good bet on this. And if you see, the public shareholding is around 3.3%, and most of it is held by DIIs, FIIs, and the promoter, right? So this is very, very interesting. Let's look at it a little bit more. Let's see the new things that they're coming up with. Currently has 37 ongoing projects in residential, 12 ongoing projects in commercial, 1 ongoing in retail, and some in hospitality, right? 65% is mainly there. I know they entered the Mumbai market, Whitefield, Bangalore, so they are doing really, really well. In April 2024, they acquired 21 acres of land in Whitefield. Wow. And they have a land bank of 679 acres. Very, very, very interesting, huh? Very, very, very interesting. So this is something that they are playing out. So let's go back. They've taken a huge bet on this, right? They're also doing some JVs. As you saw, they have bought some properties of DB Reality as well. So this is something that I will also keep a personal track on, because if the interest rate goes down, this has a direct beneficiary of going up. So they've added a huge amount of stake in Prestige. Phoenix Mills, they've added this. I don't know why, right? They have added over time, right? I don't know how many of you all are there in Mumbai as well. Let's look at this. I keep getting the spelling wrong of Phoenix Mills, man. The Phoenix Mills, okay, fine. Oh, let me just do this. Yeah, Phoenix Mills, PHOE. Yeah, so Phoenix Mills is a company. Oh, it was doing really well. See this huge addition over here in this quarter. I mean, last quarter. They are doing really well. Very interesting. Let's look at their profit and loss statement. Okay, let's look at the yearly statements. Oof, what a jump, but margins have got affected. Even though there was a jump, margins have gone affected. Reserves are completely okay. We'll have to look at what this plays. Very interesting. Shopping mall commercial portfolio, yes. St. Regis, 395 rooms. Courtyard Marriott Agra. New launches, they're launching, Palladium in Ahmedabad. Oh, wow. Okay. Palladium is like one of the most important malls in Mumbai. Phoenix Citadel Indore, Phoenix Mall of Asia Bangalore, Phoenix Mall of Millennium. Okay, this is a very interesting pick for long term, because this is pure play spending game. So this, they're playing on the consumer discretionary game. If India has a lot of money to play and India has a lot of money to spend, then these companies will start doing really well, right? Obviously they will take spending from you. So this is again interesting. Let's look a little bit more. GET&D India. Grid Solutions Power Transmission, this is what they're entering. Beautiful momentum the stock is into as well. Let's have a look at this. I'm only looking at the main guys, okay? 45,000 crore market cap, 158 PE, and they've added. Oh my god. But it's doing really well, very close to an all-time high breakout. That means they are banking on a PE re-rating, or else a fund would never pick up so much stake in a company that they bought a lot of money into Paytm as a turnaround play. Premier Engines, this must have come from the IPO. JFS, even they have added. So there is something that these guys know that we don't know, that everyone's adding Jio Financial Services, and he's not come out yet. But market mein some khabar has gone out that everyone is buying Jio Financial Services. Everything else is like minor stakes. Coforge, again IT play that they're banking on. Max Healthcare is something that they're doubling down. What they've exited Suzlon, because yes, Suzlon has given a huge rally, and they've exited Dixon. Again, the PE ratio would not be favorable. It's given a huge rally. I am very curious on 3 things. One is, why are they banking on IT right now, even though TCS results came not very great? Why are they banking on automotive sector even though it is in a slowdown? Number 2. And number 3, why Prestige? These are the 3 things that I am taking away from this entire sheet. This is why I like doing the sheets, right? Because I understand that something is at play. Oh, 4th point. Why are they all doubling down on Jio Financial Services? What is going to happen? Because Jio Financial Services has been falling down over the last few days. I don't know if you guys have noticed. but it has not moved at all. Even I have been investing in Geo Financial for my son's portfolio, the long term one. It's not giving great returns, but now why is everyone doubling down on this? Matlab something is going to happen and market mein khabar फैल गया जो हमको नहीं पता. So that is something that we also definitely need to look at. So guys, that was today's episode, a very quick episode of the 3 mutual funds that we are tracking. I'm going to share this sheet in the members only sections for all of you guys. You can have a look at it as well. Number 2, if you want me to add more mutual funds that you feel are very interesting that we should start tracking, please let me know in the comment section below. I will add this to this sheet. And if you found something in this entire Excel sheet that is fishy, that is funny, do let me know. I will have a look at this as well. Okay, this is me, Shashank Udupa, signing off. Take care. See you guys. Bye.